it'd be great for each of you to talk about how you got involved in video content creation and maybe discuss what you've gained from your experience as part of the Playmakers program. I know some people have been doing video content production since they were very young, and some people are newer to it. So just talk about your experience.
I can start. So as far as me getting involved in video production and, especially in the sports industry, I got involved, kind of in high school making random hodgepodge videos for myself. But I actually started in sports working in operations for our hockey team my freshman year, doing stuff like filling up the Zamboni with the hot and cold water, pressing the goal light, like all, not really related to video. But it got me into sports and into the industry. And kind of then from there, I was able to transition upwards in our athletic department and, kind of start to work professionally in video. And so that's kind of how I got to my transition. As far as this program, it has been an unbelievable experience, from every end of the spectrum, because getting to have free reign on a piece of content is always, every creative's dream, but then also being able to connect and meet with so many professionals in the industry, as well as these amazing women who now we've gotten the chance to get to know each other very well. So this experience has, honestly, I wish it on everyone that they could get something like this.
I knew that I wanted to be in video production, specifically sports video production, for almost my whole life. Like I've always really loved it. When I got hired originally at University of Oregon, I got hired as a photographer, not a videographer. And my boss wasn't actually there that day. It was a different guy leading our first football game. And so he's like, "Hey, make a video." And I was like, I didn't get hired to make videos, but okay. And so I made one, and a year later, I found myself working on this project, which was absolutely fantastic. And as far as like my biggest takeaway from the project, I think was learning to really kind of roll with the punches and have to adapt to based on like what's going on. Specifically, what I can think of is when we were first going to go to Kelly Graves, our head coach, about doing this whole program. We were waiting after the weekend that we played OSU, Oregon State twice, and we were waiting to win both of those games. But the second game in the Civil War series was the OSU game in Corvallis, and that was actually the day that Kobe Bryant died. So we obviously couldn't really go to Kelly Graves the next day and try and talk to him about this creative project when this whole team is grieving. So just like really learn how to roll with the punches, really learn how to adapt to the situation, because with sports, I mean, things are changing literally constantly. So just really understanding that was a really big thing that I took away from this.
I kind of got my start in video production in high school, towards the end of my high school years, through like a broadcast. We put on a 15-minute show every week. It was very, high school. But when I got into college, I started working for our athletic department as a video intern, because I always knew I wanted to do video, but I found like a passion in creating video for sports, and I had the opportunity to shoot every single athletic event and any sort of game match that I really wanted to, which was awesome, and create content for social. And so that's been really cool for me. And that's just kind of, I found my passion in sports video through doing that at USC. But as far as this Playmaker program goes, it's just been so eye-opening to me as far as it comes to like storytelling in IGTV and vertical content and all things like that. And I've just really loved getting to connect with all these professionals and these lovely ladies that are on this webinar with me. So that's just been really awesome.
So I got my start, or I got started being creative when I took my first film photography class in high school as a freshman. And ever since, I've just kind of been in that realm. But I didn't really start taking it up a notch up until last year. That's when I got my internship at the Marlins, which then hired me as a part-time. I was tasked with a lot of Fort Shorn content there, which was awesome. Things that are created for the boards, things that are created for social media, and then I also worked in game presentation. But I'm grateful for that, because it led to kind of the style that I have now, which is always evolving, but it also led to a neglect in long format pieces. So I didn't really exercise that muscle a lot. And IGTV Playmakers allow me to tap into that. Yes, storytelling is it's always there, but being able to emphasize it even more storytelling times 2 was really nice. And now I'm even more keen on like wanting to create more opportunities that allow me to, work on long format pieces in general.
I started sort of getting into video stuff my freshman year when I was hired with Hockeyvision, which is Virginia Tech Athletics video department. And the cool thing about Hockeyvision is we kind of did everything. So I did a little bit of football coaches video, I did live broadcasts, and I also did some creative work. And so they kind of let us, pick and choose what we like. And by the end of my senior year, I realized I really did like the creative stuff the most, the cinematic storytelling. I still, enjoyed doing live broadcasts, which is why I joined as a GA for 2 more years, and I did a lot of work with live broadcasting, but I really started to fall more into the role of, doing more creative production and going out and shooting stuff and making hype videos that had a through storyline, and I had a lot of help and support, which got me to this situation. IGTV Playmakers thing was a total blessing and just kind of came out of nowhere, but it wouldn't have happened without social media. And I wouldn't be here if it weren't for one of my bosses, Eric Fry, who actually put my name into the tweet that was asking for people to do this. So thank you, Eric, and thank you, Hockeyvision, for getting me to even be recognized as part of this. It's a really great experience. I'm very grateful.